Hello, boys and girls. This is Miss Cullivan, and this is math lesson number 15. For this lesson, you will need a piece of paper and a pencil. In this lesson, boys and girls, we will be practicing solving word problems. Okay, take a look at that first one, boys and girls. There's some pictures of some base 10 blocks, some flats, some longs, and units, and they want us to add them together. If you think you can do this one all by yourself, pause the video, go ahead and solve it, and then come back and check your work. And if not, wait 2 seconds and Miss Colvin will show you how to do it. Okay, here we go. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is just count the blocks and see what I have. So there's 100, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and a 1. And then on the other side I have 100 and 62. All right, so now if I put those together, I get 161, 162. And look, it wants me to add them together. Okay, and my job is to find that answer. Now that I've helped you a little bit, boys and girls, pause the video and add these numbers together for me and come back to check your work. Okay, here we go. Your answer is 323. If you did not get that right, it's okay. Pause the video and fix your work. See what you did wrong. Here's the next one, boys and girls. This one is a subtraction problem, so don't get tricked. If you think you can solve it by yourself, go ahead. And if not, wait for Miss Cullivan to help you. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do this the same way. I'm going to count the blocks first. 233. And then on the other side, I have 121. So altogether, I have 233. 121, and this problem wants me to subtract. Okay, if you don't have your answer yet, pause the video, use whatever strategy you want to find your answer. Okay, here we go. After you do your math, the answer was 112. If you got it wrong, pause the video and go back and check your work and fix your answer. And if not, let's go on to the next one. At the store, there are 873 pens and pencils. There are 131 pens. How many pencils are there? Okay, so I think I'm going to use a part-whole chart for this one. So I'm going to have the whole and the two parts. Okay, and the first thing that the story tells me is that there are 873 pens and pencils. You see that up there, boys and girls? They're all mixed together, and if we counted them all, there's 873. Okay, so there are 873 pens and pencils. If we just counted the pens, the story tells me there are 131 pens. And the question is asking me, how many pencils do we have? Do you know how to solve that? Pause the video and see if you can find the missing number. Okay, so there are a couple of ways you could have solved this one, boys and girls. You could have started at 131, counted up until you got to 873, or you could have subtracted 873, take away 131. Either way, you could have found that the answer was 742. Now, if you got this one wrong, no worries. Pause the video and go back and check your work. And if you got it right, let's do the next one. Michael's class collected 378 box tops. Brian's class collected 423 box tops. How many box tops did the two classes collect? Now, if you can solve this by yourself, go ahead, pause the video, do the math, and come back to check your work. Okay, so it says that Michael's class collected 378 box tops. So there's Michael's class. And Brian's class collected 423. It says it wants to know how many box tops did the two classes collect. So that tells me we need to add these numbers together to get the total. If you haven't done that yet, pause the video and add these numbers up for Miss Cullivan. Okay, let's see. The answer is 801. If you got that answer on your own, great job. If you made a mistake, pause the video, check your work, please. Next one says, Miss Cullivan picks 337 oranges. She gives 179 oranges away. So how many oranges does she still have? Pause the video and solve this one on your own, boys and girls, and then come back to check your work. Okay, so it says that Miss Cullivan picked 337 oranges and she gives away 179. I know that if she gives them away, that means I'm going to be subtracting. Okay, so my job now, to use whatever strategy I want, is to do 337 take away 179. If you haven't solved this yet, boys and girls, do it now. And then come back and check your work. Okay, your answer is 158. If you got that wrong, pause the video and go back and fix your mistakes. And if not, let's go on to the next one. On Tuesday, 331 people went to the zoo. On Wednesday, 258 people went to the zoo. How many people went to the zoo on Tuesday and Wednesday? Pause the video and solve this one, please. Okay, so I know that this is an adding problem because they're asking me for the amount of people that went on Tuesday and Wednesday. So 331 plus 258 equals 589. Hope you got that one right. Here's our next one, boys and girls. You'll have to find the missing numbers. We've done this before. So pause the video and see if you can fill in the missing numbers. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start in the ones column. 8 plus something equals 1. Nothing plus 8 is going to equal 1. So it's got to be a number that I have to regroup. 8 plus something equals 11. 8 plus 3 equals 11. So I put down the 1 and I carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 5 more makes 15. Put down the 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 4 equals 8. Hope you got that one right, and if you didn't, go ahead and check your work. Your final one today, boys and girls, is to solve this problem on your own. This list shows books in classrooms, and I want to know who has more books. Miss Cullivan has 257 fiction and 281 nonfiction books. Miss Abbott has 314 fiction and 229 nonfiction books. And I want to know which teacher has the most books. So you solve that, post it on Dojo, and I'll let you know if you got it right. Thanks for listening, boys and girls, and I'll see you soon.